Hey folks, it's Randy with Dolan Cut and Trim. We got some rain and I've got a sick boy, so who might be making some appearances in this video. So when I got started with my business, and I say this all the time, I didn't have any money to spend on anything. I didn't have any money to spend on nothing. I didn't hardly have any money to spend on equipment. So one of the things I learned early on is that in order to save money, I needed to be able to work on my own equipment. And so at first, I was going to the dealer to get parts I needed, and I had a situation where I needed a part immediately. It was an ignition module for my 36-inch Pro line. And so I went to the dealer and I said, I need this immediately. He said, we don't have it in stock, but we can overnight it for you. It's like, okay. So the ignition module was going to be 75 bucks. And then they were going to charge me another 20 to overnight it. So it was going to cost me $90 for this ignition module. So I give them the money. They say they'll have it by noon the next day. I show up the next day. They don't have it. They forgot to order it. I'm like, well, that's frustrating. So I got mad and I told them, just give me my money back. I'll figure something else out. And I hopped online, started looking around, and discovered a dealer that was about 45 minutes from where I live, named Jack's Small Engines. It turns out they have a website, jacksmallengines.com. That website, it really changed things for my business. So I want to talk to you guys about how I get parts for my mowers. All right, so let's say I need a part on my 36-inch Toro Pro line. So what I always do, this is how I do every time, I go to jacksmallengines.com, JACKSSMALL engines.com, very simple. And then what I do is I go to their parts lookup, and then they have it broken down by manufacturer. And so Toro, that's the type of mower I have. Toro's got Toro Consumer and Toro Professional, so I click on Toro Professional. And then they ask you to enter the model number. So the model number for my mower is 30157. And the serial number begins with 59. So I select that mower. And we get a parts diagram. So, like, I don't know, for the sake of example, let's say I need, I don't know. Let's say I need a gas cap. Let's say I lost the gas cap. I filled up the tank, forgot to put the gas cap back on. So I click on the picture that's got the that part on it, and then it's got a numbers with all the different parts, which I know there's a lot of websites that do this, but I prefer Jack's. And so I see that number 1 is for the gas cap, as it's pointing to it. So I can click on number 1, and it pulls up that from Jack's, you can get the gas cap assembly, or just the gas cap, for $8.08. Now, the nice thing for me and other people that live in Maryland and not too far from Jarrettsville is that if we can go to the actual Jack's shop in Jarrettsville, usually we can get these items for cheaper. All right, so Jack's, it's $8.08. But we've got the Toro part number. So what I always do is I copy down the Toro part number, and then I go to Amazon.com, and I paste the part number into Amazon. And sometimes that doesn't give me anything, so then you just have to type in Toro along with the part number. And okay, so Amazon also has it for $8.77, which is a little more than Jack's Small Engines, but the difference is Jack's is going to charge me shipping, and this has free shipping on it. So that's how I go about getting parts for my mowers. I do this with everything. In the situation with that ignition module, I was able to get my ignition module for 40 bucks instead of the 90 that they were going to charge me. So that's how I do it. I hope that's helpful for you guys that are new or guys that always go to the dealer. If you're looking to save some money, buying your parts online is the way to go. And then the other thing that I do is so that I don't have to go through the search every time. Instead of having to go to Jack's and do the parts lookup and all that, I actually have a bookmarks folder called Equipment Parts Diagrams. And here I list all the different pieces of equipment I have that I need parts for. So like, you know, not just the mowers themselves, but also the engine. So like I've got the parts diagram for my 52-inch Toro Pro line, but I've also got the parts diagram for the engine on that 52-inch Pro line. So it makes things a lot easier. It's a lot better than going to the dealer. You can even if it's a part where you got to have it today and you're sure your dealer has it, instead of driving up there and asking them if they got it, you can literally just go to Jack's, pull up the part number, and call your dealer and say, hey, you know, do you have part number, you know, I don't know, 2507224S, you know, and see what they say. So, you know, that's just something I do. Hope that's helpful to you. Thanks for watching.